Perfect. It was a fascinating process to go through to look at all the wonderful work. Entries have a really meaningful conversation with the judges about the work, gaining new perspectives on work through the experience and through the eyes of other judges. So, yeah, very much a fascinating process.
It's been wonderful. You know, the last 3 days has been it's been exciting to see all these beautiful images from around the world and being able to discuss them with healthy competition. I think what's really been exciting is to see all the different categories and the incredible images in each of them. You know, the winners, you know, I think you'll find are like really shined and really stand out amongst the crowd.
当摄影比赛的评选工作，然后我觉得这是一个非常好的一个像，来自世界不同地方摄影师的一个聚会，像一个大 party 一样。我觉得这个争论可以让彼此的思想能在这个短短的5天之内产生不一样的碰撞，同时我们也可以在不同的领域和关注点上互相吸收彼此的见解和意见。
I think all the judges were really great. I thought that it was really, they were all really diverse. It was really interesting for me to see them all work together. Working with them was amazing because they all came from a different kind of a background. They all had their own individual style, which kind of obviously reflected on the picture that they selected and the choices that they made. All of them with very, very strong point of views, which made the whole process really interesting.
This was so interesting because we had so many different judges from different fields of photography, and we judged many different types of photography, not just documentary, but fine art. Obviously, with the Nikon, we felt very strongly about different pictures, but I think in the end, we came to a consensus, and I think the really wonderful pictures rose to the top, and the photographers should be very proud of their work. I think that the pictures were stunning and they were moving, and especially like the woman for celebration, it was not a typical picture that you would think we would choose. It was a very quiet moment, but the caption was so poignant that she wakes up and celebrates each new day with prayer.
第一天我们来到那个整体的那个不分年龄的这个，它显得数量比较庞大。第二天呢是来自青年组的，来自青年组的各种的创意和思想啊，表现形式啊，都带着一种激情在里面。第3天是印象深刻的迪康的100周年的一个纪念的一个主题。
3日間すごく集中した審査だったんですけれども、さまざまなバックグラウンドというか、写真家の方がいたりとか、写真に携わるキュレーターという立場であったり、教える立場だったり、いろんな分野からエキスパートたちがいらしていたので、審査の過程の中でもやっぱりいろんな議論があって、使っているテーマもすごく写真というものが本当にまさに世界を切り取るものであったりとか、今私たちが抱えているさまざまな問題っていうのを映しているものだっていうことを実感しました。
In a sense, the panel of judges, I think, reflected the diversity of photography, which means that we often disagreed, and I enjoyed the argument, actually, the way we had to debate rather than giving marks, as it were. The fact we had to argue and disagree, we became a good group through disagreement rather than agreement. The other judges were really important. I think it made the competition much more interesting, and I think fairer as well to the people who submitted work.
So my impressions of the judging of the Nikon photo contest, been a wonderful experience. We've seen a lot of exciting work. We've seen a view of the world through other people's lenses. So it gives us an idea of what's happening in the world that's helped us see the world differently. And the quality of the work in there was quite colourful, a lot of emotional work, and it contrasted with the next generation. The next generation, the theme was future, and we found a lot of very creative ways of thinking about image making. Some impressions of the future were very positive, some were more negative, and saying we need to think about these things. So there was a lot of food for thought, a lot of beginnings of stories and narratives, and a lot of beginning of discussions.
Does anyone want to keep on?